Hello, Storygoers, and welcome back to another episode of Tales from the Cartridge, the video game storytelling podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Eric Penrod.
And I'm your other co-host, Ryan Bauer.
Ryan, it went from summer to winter.
Yeah.
And fall just got punched in the face hard, and we haven't found the body yet. I don't know why I said
frozen.
That. I'm sorry. It's
frozen in the ice.
It's really morbid. I've been watching too many real or crime dramas or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, how are you, and what have you been playing?
I'm doing pretty good. The holiday time is always a little bit busy and crazy. Mm-hmm. There, at any moment, a strange man might walk into my door to shop vac my shower.
It's the holidays.
It's the holidays. That's how it goes. It's a holiday tradition in Maine. You just walk into someone's house with a shop vac.
Shower stops working. Yep. Shower stops working, so you got to call the HVAC back. It's just December. Another day in December.
Exactly. Yeah. But other than that, I'm doing fine. What I've been playing, mostly God of War exclusively, with little bits in here and there. I took my Steam Deck with me home for Thanksgiving, which was wonderful because I could just play some Plate Up or play some 2 Point Campus, which is okay. It's fun. It's a fun time. Mm-hmm. It's a good little management game that's fun on the Steam Deck. But mostly God of War. Mostly lots and lots of God of War. I have finished, which we can talk more in length about that maybe sometime after you've finished. Yes. But that's all I've really been playing. Plate Up, I'm really enjoying a whole bunch. Both co-op with you and our friend Dave, and quite a bit. I play quite a bit with my partner, and that's always fun. We did over the weekend get in overtime 10. So you have 15 days, and then you have overtime, and overtime it gets increased. And it was just the most stressful gaming experience I've ever done. Just whole body tense, just making sure you were clearing plates so fast. We had 80 customers we had to get through. It was insane. We died. We didn't make it. We did not survive.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay. It was very fun, very stressful. But yeah, so that's mostly that and God of War, which is incredible. And that's all I've been playing. But Eric, what about you? How are you? And what have you been playing?
I've been good. I'm surviving. I'm trying to buy a house right now, which is just impossible. Yeah. I just want to say for the record, I keep saying this, so I'm sure my girlfriend's going to hear this and roll her eyes. People who think Maine is cold and just shouldn't why are you living in Maine? Stop it. It is so hard to buy a stupid house in the southern part of the state. It's probably super easy up north because we don't talk about the north here. No. FYI. But yeah, so that's just been a whole thing. But regardless, other than that, I'm doing great. I'm studying for my licensing exam to be fully licensed as a therapist. I'm licensed now, but then you go the extra mile.
Be super licensed.
Actually, super licensed. Yeah, I get to wear a cape and everything.
That's good, though. You go do all that extra work and put that extra time in and you get a cape. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. People make fun of you. Cool cape, therapist. And I'm like, I want to use a coping skill. And then
they can't touch you. You're untouchable at that point.
And then what I've been playing like you, God of War. It's ironic. Before God of War came out, I was just hooked on Overwatch 2. And then God of War came out, and I was like, crap, I still need to play Overwatch 2 to get all my Battle Pass stuff. So I would force myself to get on Overwatch 2, which is ironic because then I would a week before I was just needing to play Overwatch 2. So this total 180 shift. And so I got through all the Battle Pass. I got everything. And then immediately I hit level 80. I got it. I immediately just turned it off and went right back to God of War.
You did your work. You did your homework. And now you get to go have fun. Yeah.
Yeah. My true pain starts tomorrow when season 2 of Overwatch starts. And I will more than likely invest again in the battle. Which I know. People are... please keep listening. Don't judge me. We all have our... some people are alcoholics. Some people struggle with different things, right? I buy the Battle Pass at Overwatch 2, and that's my sin that I will carry that burden.
It's your cross to bear, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My cross to bear. It's the giant Overwatch symbol I'm carrying. Just picture that. And then I've also been playing. Finally beat Overcooked 1 with my girlfriend. We had gotten to the very end, 2, maybe 3 years ago. We got to the very end, never beat it. We just couldn't beat it, and we never went back to it. But now, having gone back, we were so in sync. You know what I mean? Like we were just like it was much like you and your partner. I'm sure playing Played Up, right? Like, it was just like you just get better and better. So now we beat that, and we're on to Overcooked 2.
Very
it's
good
just
game.
such a fun time.
Fun.
It's such a good time. So frustrating sometimes though, especially when you're kind of like in that like kind of like frustrated mood, and it just amplifies it times 10, and it's like, okay, I can't play this right now. Like, it's just too much. So, but yeah, a lot of good things coming soon too. This week, Mario Kart, the new tracks come out this week. If you're into that, and then also the Game Awards are this week. PSA, we will be doing an episode after they're done
we will,
to talk about that. So I think it's we'll double check before the end of the show. I'll double check and I'll say the dates. So you have to listen. You could easily Google the information. Don't. Embrace the laziness. Just listen to us. We'll tell you the time afterwards, and we'll probably forget. You'll listen to the whole thing. We'll forget to tell you, and then you'll just Google it anyway. Perfect. Storygoers, thank you so much for all of your support. We hope you enjoyed our last episode, which is our DLC episode. I misput it in the script, so I have to think off the top of my head. Which is our favorite. The DLC episode is our favorite foods. Our favorite foods we would love to eat if we could, but life is cruel. Really had a lot of fun making that. We, again, fell off a little bit in November, obviously.
November's hard.
It was hard. So it's just a hard time. So thank you, though. We hit the biggest month ever. A huge month for us. We finally crossed 10,000 downloads, which is awesome. It's so
incredible.
Cool. Like,
yeah, that's wild.
For 2 years ago, I didn't think we'd hit 1,000. So like, it's just cool to hit 10,000 downloads. And there was someone out there who... Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was like, there's someone out there the other day who downloaded like over 100 downloads.
Oh my goodness,
more people.
That's insane.
Yeah, you should see the graph. It's crazy. But no, I mean, I'm sure there's more than one person.
Yeah.
We don't have 100 downloads, but there's someone who downloaded just a ton of our episodes the other day. So thank you so much. That was super, super kind of you.
I was just going to say, you had shared our Spotify Wrapped on Instagram, and that was also so cool to see all of the listeners and the tops of people's lists in podcasts. That was such a cool thing to see.
Cool.
That was amazing, yeah.
Like, I think it said something roughly, I forget the number, I should have looked it up, but like 40, I think it's 45 or 49, somewhere like that. We are number one. They're in the 1% of listening to us. Like 40-ish people, right? Like it's crazy because I don't think I know 40 people that listen to the podcast. So which means that hopefully there are people out there who are genuinely enjoying it. Yeah. I'm a shut-in, so I don't know. But I know like 2 people. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But no, I think, I don't want to speak for both of us, but I think we probably feel the same. That just super thankful and just very kind of everybody who listens and is patient with us as we kind of continue this, trying to balance daily life and having a podcast, which, so anyway, thank you so much. Of course, Storygoers, you may happily send us your thoughts, feelings, and perspectives to talesfromthecartridge@gmail.com. All of the E's are 3's. You can also find us on social media. I also talked to you, Ryan. We can take this out if we need to, but I thought maybe we should just ditch Twitter because Elon Musk is just
it is burning to the ground. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to be in a situation, Eric, where somebody says they're Tales from the Cartridge and tweets something terrible and destroys our name. So it's probably for the best that we make the statement that we will dissociate ourselves. Ship? Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let's jump ship. Yeah. I mean, it's not like we're going to still be on Instagram. You can find us on Instagram. Not saying that Mark Zuckerberg is any better, but I think he's just secretly a robot, and I kind of jones with robots more than awful people right now. Yeah. So find us on Instagram. Twitter is dead. Or you can leave us a voicemail at the official Tales, or voicemail or text at the official Tales from the Cartridge phone number at 207-494-4334, and we will read everything on our show in a future date to go over everything. It'd be great. So, but today is a special DLC episode. It is such a cool topic. We thought of this, I think, 2 or 3 months ago, and I've just been so excited to record this episode ever since. Ryan, I would love to give you the honors, because I talk too much, of explaining what today's episode is all about.
Yeah, and I just want to, not to build up too much, I preface by saying this is probably the best prompt that's ever been made ever.
I think so.
Please prepare yourselves for that. So we're doing a DLC, as stated, and we're moving towards, I'm just building up anticipation, we're moving towards every other month doing a character wheel or something like it. So this is our character wheel, and for our character wheel, we're doing which video game character would make the best mall Santa.
Best mall Santa.
The best mall Santa, not actual Santa Claus.
No.
Nonsense. But
no, we don't need that.
Who is in a mall and has children come up, they whisper their wishes, ignored, and then the child gets a picture and moves.
Ignored. Happy holidays, folks. Ignore. Yes,
they have no power. Mall Santa has no power.
Yes, Mall Santa has no power, but it's all about charm.
Yeah,
and that's what we know. We know that it's all about charm. What I kind of see it as this, Ryan. Tell me what you think. So we probably should have done this before we started recording, but who cares? I see it as which Santa is the most charming, the most engaging, who would make the child feel the most comfortable. You know the classic, like, kid sits on the lap and starts crying immediately. Like, that's not the Santa we're going for here. We want the Santa that can make the most kids happy, right? Yeah. That's the Santa that we want. You know what I mean? Sure. So I'm very hopeful that we can get somewhere good with this. And so we have our handy dandy character wheel. We've added a few more names, mostly because we're super into God of War. So if we get Thor, how great would that be?
We just want to talk about God of War, so we've added that to the wheel.
We also added the cat from Stray, which would be a huge problematic thing. Well, I mean, could be a great mall Santa. Let's be real. I mean, if you're into
kids would love that.
If you're allergic, though, it's a problem. So you never know. As well as like the lamb from Cult of the Lamb, and a few others I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, we added more. If you have any suggestions to add on the character wheel, send it to us. We probably have them on here. We have like 160 characters, but I'm sure there's more we could add. Mostly characters that we know. We'll do our best to keep adding more. So, but without further ado, Ryan, are you ready?
I'm so
have the winds. Okay, great. You can't see it, unfortunately, because my computer's awful. My internet's bad.
I'm just going to envision an incredible wheel spinning.
I'll try to record the sound effects so it's not so crazy.
Yeah.
I'll try to do that. And the first one is Nathan Drake. That's a good one. And then our second one is Nathan Drake, of course, from the Uncharted series. Treasure hunter, handsome dude. The wheel has frozen. Oh. And the next one, sorry, I froze, then it came up randomly. And the next one is Diddy Kong from the Donkey Kong series. So, okay. Let's go through it. So, Nathan Drake, Diddy Kong. Ryan, who do you want to start with? Who seems good to start with, you think?
I feel like we'll just go in order. We could start with Nathan Drake, and then we could do Diddy Kong next.
Yeah. I mean, Nathan Drake, obviously, very charming.
Yeah.
He's a charming guy. Intelligent.
Intelligent. Human, which I think is a big
He is a
hit.
human.
Yeah, that will be less
That's
scary.
a good point.
For young children to go sit with them. Is large enough that a child could sit in their lap.
That is so true. He can talk. I mean, I think Diddy Kong can technically talk, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
But could speak English maybe?
Can speak English.
Can Diddy Kong? Although I guess we can't assume that it's a mall in America, but that is kind of we're using that point of reference as where we experienced Small Santa. So can.
Now, Ryan, not to jump right into negatives here for the other. I'm pretty sure that Diddy Kong never wears pants, and I see that as a huge problem. A huge problem.
Although I will say, I think as an animal, you just have to have either a shirt or pants. If you have one or the other, you're good. You can have a shirt and no pants, or pants and no shirt. And I think if as an animal, you're in the clear. But I understand the challenges
think about it though. You're sitting on its lap.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I don't know. Diddy Kong's cute and all, but do kids want to sit on its bare legs? I don't know. That seems a little heavy for me. But a little challenging. Oh, I guess we should jump into Diddy Kong's positives. Obviously, very cute.
Of course.
Yes,
it's very cute.
Very cute.
Very cute. Child-sized, so it'd be more sitting next to Diddy Kong Santa than on the lap of Diddy Kong Santa, maybe.
Is that as engaging though? Is that a benefit?
I don't know. Although I think something this is important for everyone to know. If when you're engaging with a child, it's really important you get down on their level, so that when you're communicating with them, it doesn't seem like it helps you connect with them. So you do have that benefit of Diddy Kong. It could look into the eyes of the child as it says, its wishes. Whereas Nathan Drake is kind of looking down. Although I guess like it's a bit of a harder sell to say no, that's the real Santa, and it's like a monkey with a beard and a hat. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I mean, we kind of have a good. Diddy Kong is really cute. Nathan Drake is a human. That's kind of the positives we have going on here. Any negatives for Nathan Drake?
I mean,
not really patient.
Doesn't have a lot of patience.
Yeah, which is probably critical.
Pretty critical, yeah. I mean, also, like, I think it would be pretty... it would probably be kind of expensive to hire Nathan Drake. Like, I don't know why he would.
You think so?
He's got other stuff to do. He's got other things going on in his life that he can be doing, whereas I don't feel like Diddy Kong has as much going on. Like, Nathan Drake has, like... to like go like even just like go grocery shopping, right? Has things to do in their life, as well as like just murder hundreds and hundreds of people.
That's I mean, that's a Santa that's seen some action and not the cool way. I shouldn't say that. That's not good. yeah. Well, I think too. I would imagine. No, I can't say that. I was gonna say he's probably gonna bring Elena to be Mrs. Claus, but we can't add that to it. That's not fair to Diddy Kong.
That's not fair.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say that, but. Yeah, so that'd be a Santa Claus, a mall Santa with a lot of blood on his hands.
For sure.
One could say Diddy Kong does like step on the heads of a lot of alligators, so animal cruelty is not cool.
Yeah, is it animal cruelty if an animal is hurting another animal?
I mean, and he's defending himself, so like. That's a really hard ethical question.
It is, and one that could like never really be answered.
Yeah,
because I guess it's a tricky situation, but also like if Diddy Kong is more sentient than the animal, that feels not okay, right? Like if Diddy Kong can walk and talk and understand, like what I'm doing will harm you, and I know that it will harm you, and I'm going to do it anyway. That's different than like I guess not being aware of it.
Yeah.
Nathan Drake has also probably stepped on an alligator before, just to be fair.
You think he has? He
I think he's probably stepped on an alligator.
Accident row, right?
Yeah, well, you'd hope so. Yeah.
You'd hope so.
I don't think anyone should step on an alligator on purpose.
It's
true.
I would question it. I mean, people are pretty stupid sometimes, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe. That's true. Maybe that could go in Nathan's. People are kind of dumb.
People are kind of dumb. Yeah. As people, I think we can say that without getting canceled.
We as people. All right. So what else do we have here? I mean, it also depends on where in Nathan Drake's like life. Like if you have like old Nathan Drake and he's like doing this for spoiler reasons.
Yes, say spoilers, yeah.
Yeah, doing this for spoiler reasons. That's very different than like early Nathan Drake. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
No, those are somewhat different people in some ways.
I'm gonna probably say, let me know what you think too, Ryan. I'm gonna probably say we should probably do the Drake that's like kind of like an Uncharted 2, right in the middle of everything.
That feels fair. That feels fair.
Yeah.
The one that most people know, right?
Yeah. Do you think Nathan Drake would have like? I think the one thing about Nathan Drake I don't agree with that he doesn't have is severe PTSD. So like, are you?
He does process things incredibly fast when it comes to lots of killing. I will say though, he is not burdened by remorse, and that he could like say to this child, "You're the most magical, beautiful child in the world, and I'm going to get you this incredible gift," and not burdened with having to then live with lying to a bunch of children.
Do you think that's so true? And do you think that like, if Nathan Drake heard like a wish that he knew the parents of the kids couldn't fulfill, like he would then go on this like adventure to like steal? Like he's like going through like, I was gonna say Toys R Us, but that's, even though that's a thing again now, but no one, let's be real, no one goes to Toys R Us.
No one knows.
So do you think he goes to like a Walmart and he's just infiltrating a Walmart for the ceiling and just like stealing it, and then security's chasing him and he's like shooting at them? It comes the whole public scene, right? Just to get this like stuffed animal this kid wants.
Yeah.
Like he would go the extra mile, I guess is what you would say.
That's true.
Would murder guards for For a kid. He would wear guards for a kid. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would. He would totally do it. Diddy Kong, I would say a positive for Diddy Kong then, right, to be fair, is that he doesn't really use weapons per se. He's like jumping on heads, shooting bananas from banana guns. He does also have a makeshift rocket, which I question its safety around
But kids
children.
kids would love just going on a rocket ride though.
Yeah, but the monkey.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like a Santa that's good for the kid isn't necessarily a Santa that's good for the parents, right? They might
Wow!
be two
You
different
really hit the
experiences.
nail on that. So then, what defines the best small Santa then? One that's for the kids and one's for, or is it equal then?
I think
Equal for
it has to be
kids
one
and
that can please both.
Yes,
I
you're
think
right. You're right.
It has to be able to please both. Or like,
That's the true test.
yeah, if you can please
Yeah.
both the parents and the children, I think that's the ideal. There might be some situations where we're just hoping for one of them, but I think the ideal is that you please both.
Okay, I think it's good. Okay, if that really helps actually clarify this a little more, and so I think I'm prepared for an answer. If you are,
Yeah, sure. I think I can make an answer. Yeah.
okay. Do you want to count down 3, 2, 1? We'll just say it.
Yep. Right. Let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Nathan Drake. Yeah.
The parents aren't gonna know that he's this like super. He's killed so many people. Like you don't know your mall Santas, right? So like Nathan Drake has that in his back pocket. Like he's smart. He's charming. No remorse, right? I think that he's much more engaging, unfortunately, than Diddy Kong, who, while great, cute, just not. If people will be like, "Ooh, it's like you gonna throw
What's this
feces
weird
at me?" I don't know.
monkey? Yeah. What's this weird monkey
Yeah.
in this outfit? Yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but I think that's the right choice. I think Diddy Kong has a lot of things going. I don't think he'd do a great job sitting in a chair for hours dressed up in a Santa costume.
Right. He couldn't even ask them. I don't even think he'd be able to ask them, "What do you want for
Yeah,
Christmas?" You know what I mean?
right.
Like, and the kids would be confused. The parents would be upset.
Why is this monkey in the mall? Yeah.
That sounds like a great bedtime story. The more monkeys.
I think
Playing
there
Santa in the
is.
mall.
I think there is a children's story about a monkey or some type of animal who gets like locked in the mall during Christmas time and has to like. Yeah, pretty sure that's a thing.
You think of Corduroy?
Maybe I'm thinking of Corduroy. Was Corduroy a monkey?
No, he was a stuffed bear.
Then never mind.
Just launched a store or something. Oh my god, good story. Read Corduroy if you haven't. It's great. All ages. Oh, okay. So first one in our finals is Nathan Drake from Uncharted. If you disagree, good for you. Write in and tell us, or else we'll write. We're right.
Yeah. So you don't. If you're silent, then you don't get an opinion.
Exactly. Yeah. Or you get an opinion, but you don't get validation for said opinion.
True.
You keep it to yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, and then we begin. The wheel again is spinning. Hopefully, you're hearing the cool sound effects if you're able to put them in and have enough gumshoe to do so. And it's stopping, and it is. Okay, so Miles Upser, who is from the Outlast series, the main character of Outlast, who very, very quiet unless he has fingers cut off of him. Then he's very vocal. And then the wheel spins again. Wheel spins again. It's spinning. It's beautiful. So many colors. The next one is I froze. It is Doom Guy from the Doom series. Perfect. Okay, so we have quite the matchup here. It might be good to just do a background for both characters really fast, if that's okay, just in case people don't know.
I think that's important.
Miles Upser is the main character of Outlast, the horror game, a journalist who maybe irresponsibly breaks into a mental health facility to find that is just overrun with blood and gore and death, and he cannot escape. A man of very few words unless he's writing in a journal, or unless someone is cutting off, like I said, a finger, then he's very vocal, obviously. Also, from my experience from having written the script when we did the episode, if you haven't listened to that, go for it, because we did a really great job on that. Tooting our own horn here, toot. He is also very cynical, very negative. In the journal entries he writes for himself, not the nicest person per se, much more like a. And this is not. I'm not saying this is like for journalists, right? But just much of a realist. Very very honest with how he feels, which can be a plus. So Ryan, do you want to do Doom Guy, or would you like me to do? I don't want to talk too much.
So I can talk a little about Doom Guy. I have not played the new Doom games that are supposed to be
Same.
very good and very fun, and I would really like to because they seem very good and very fun. My only real experience with the Doom Guy is playing Doom on like my grandpa's computer, like in like the early 90s. And my full experience is like a face in a corner of a man getting more and more disgruntled as blood is on his face. That's kind of the extent of my experience. So Doom Guy is feasibly a dude, a person who identifies as a male, who dons weird looking cool armor and just like murders devils and demons. Does a lot of devil demon murder, and is very strong and very powerful and very beefy. And that's kind of the extent of my knowledge of him. I don't know, like, what he did before Demon Murder, what he does after. Maybe that's explored in the games, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I think you're, like, in a facility on the moon somewhere or something, and then they opened a hell portal on the... It's a whole thing. But he is, like, a big, powerful... very good at murdering evil demon creatures.
Big beefy boy.
Big beefy boy, for sure.
As a Santa should be. Right,
Yeah.
like if you want to describe your Santa, like as you know, Miles is. I think it's a very normal build, which is fine. Right, we're not being judgmental here, but we're talking about mall Santas. Right, easily he could wear a suit that would mimic that. But if you like your Santas muscular and tall, Doom Guy might be your person. I will say too, as also not doing a whole much about Doom Guy, I would say that Doom Guy is probably very reliable. Right, he's going killing demons, jumping through portals. Having to kill, they're very strong demons too. It looks like they're scary. They're beefy boys also. So it's just beefy demons and beefy boys fighting each other. I'm trying to say beefy boys as much as possible. Yeah. And and so obviously he has to be reliable to be able to do that. I would say, can I bring out negatives for these guys really fast?
Please do, yeah.
Doom Guy, I think, is a man of few words, a person of few words. I don't think he talks a lot. I could be very wrong about that. Though I would imagine if he does, it's probably a few words, which could easily be, what do you want for Christmas? You know what I mean? Like, easily could just be that, and just like, if he grunts or stuff, Miles, I don't know, based solely on the video game, right? He doesn't talk unless he's like being hurt. And then he only like really verbalizes his feelings when he writes them down. Or I say verbalize. He really articulates his feelings when he writes them down. So I can't imagine a Santa would be very well if he's writing down like, what do you want for Christmas, right? And handing it to the kid, and they're like, I can't read, I'm 3, and they're like, ugh, then he gets all disgruntled. You know what I mean? Yeah. Both, Ryan is right. You can't see the Storygoers. Ryan's very smart. Both do not speak very much. So really, they're on equal terms in that regard. So I guess, also, big spoilers for our characters here. I'm going to spoil Outlast really fast. Miles, for as far as we know, does not make it out alive. He actually gets possessed by a spirit thing. I'm going to say that we're not using that Miles yet. We're probably using just like a middle of the game Miles. A few fingers cut off. But would the kids be okay with seeing some fingers cut off of Santa's hand?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think Doom Guy, if he found Miles, would rip him in half. Is the
for
thing.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Miles doesn't fight anybody.
Not that is a metric of success here.
Of mall Santas. We must kill each other to figure out who's the best.
Exactly. Yeah, but if they did, Doom Guy would for sure win in that fight.
Yeah, I'm hearing you say that he's more reliable. Doom Guy is just more reliable than Miles. Miles does a great job surviving.
Yeah.
He does a great job.
But Doom Guy is maybe better at both being reliable and surviving. I also think, much like Christmas. Okay. Christmas.
Okay, I'm going to hear you out. I can see you're making a leap here, and I'm all for it. Go for it.
Christmas is the celebration of the birth of Jesus, supposedly, right? I mean, he was not born in that time frame, or when we celebrate Christmas. It makes no sense, but that is where we celebrate.
Right.
The enemy of Jesus is devils and demons. So Doom Guy,
Ryan
himself could be seen as a bit of a Saint Nicholas. That's all I'm saying.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, exactly.
Demons and exactly. I will say, to piggyback off of you, Ryan, because I think we're in the same boat here right now.
Yeah.
Miles in the game always carries a camera to see in the dark and stuff like that. Do you want your mall Santa always having a camera on him, kind of pointing at potential? This is going a really bad way. Kids that sit on his lap. I wouldn't. Is what I'm trying to say. That would be not cool. That'd be not cool.
I think we do have to go back to our metric of who the kids would like and the parents would like. And
yes,
I think the thing that Doom Santa does not have going for them, I think parents might be a little uncomfortable with this very large man, like Drax the Destroyer sized man sitting in a Santa outfit in this like tiny child sitting in their lap. That might make parents uncomfortable. In a way that which like Miles is just like a dude and maybe have to have a fat suit on or something, or he could be a skinnier Santa, like a more lean Santa. That's okay too.
That's too. Yeah.
But like Doom guy maybe won't be the coziest because of those big powerful muscles, and it might be off-putting for the parents. I think the children aren't going to particularly care, but the parents might have a bit of a hesitation there.
I think you're hitting a good spot. First off, I want to say I was drinking my bubbly lime flavored drink, which I highly recommend. They're very good if you need a new drink to drink. I drank it as you said, Doom Santa, and I thought it was a joke. Very funny. I almost wanted to win just to call him Doom Santa.
Doom Santa.
I think you're right. You're hitting the nail on the head, right? I think that on one side, right, we have, like you said, Doom Santa, very big presence, could be uncomfortable for parents, good for kids. Then you have Miles, who is definitely feeling some stress, PTSD probably, right? He probably looks just miserable on the outside, tired, worn out, had bags under his eyes. He hasn't eaten. He's been touching guts. You know what I mean? Like, do we, is that the character? Probably, again, unsettling for parents. Potentially okay with kids because they may not even notice they're so excited, but at the same time they smell it and like.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's going to be a bad time. Yeah.
It'd be bad time. Okay, I mean, I feel good. Any other points you?
I feel. Yeah. I think I've said all I need to say. I feel good about it.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Doom Santa.
Doom Santa. Yeah, I think it's definitely Doom Santa.
I just, as much as I want to, I like to see the positive of things, right? And Doom Santa, though big and scary, could actually bring a sense of like, you look at him, you go, okay, maybe this person could deliver presents all around the world. Because that's what kids think, right? If they don't know better. So like, yeah, as a mall Santa, he gives that perspective. He gives that kind of belief. Whereas Miles, I feel like you look at him and be like, I don't think this is Santa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd be like, wow, Santa's jacked. Like, that'd be kind of cool. I have a jacked Santa. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sure he's scary, though. But Doom Santa, and plus his name is Doom Santa. So that's pretty.
Eric, I do want to, because I did Google Doom Santa, I do want to share this image with you.
Okay.
I've been thinking of an unlockable skin in Doom Eternal.
No. All right, we're going to use it for our post today. It'll be perfect. So, Storygoers, if you want, if you haven't checked it out, I will put this in the post for us. Oh, is it in the doc? He looks amazing.
Doesn't he look amazing?
Oh wow, he looks so cool. Storygoers, you'll see the picture, but it's just Doom Santa. He has like a nice curly white mustache, his Santa hat, and his armor is all decked out in red. He has like a chest like plate that's like a hairy beard.
Yeah,
that is so cool, and present on his back. Yes, that is. Doom Santa is, I would say, that image alone just justifies our reasoning, I think. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. All right, then that means we are on to our last
final round
battle here before the final round. Yep. I'm clicking it. You're hearing the amazing sound effects we hopefully put in. Just want to characterize that. And it's stopping, and it is... It's Travis Touchdown from No More Heroes. And then our next... one is the wheel spinning. It sounds so beautiful. I hope you enjoy the sound effects. This is the last time you'll probably hear it. Our next one is the Lamb from Cult of the Lamb. All right. So we have two very interesting characters here that I'm concerned for very different reasons.
Yeah, what or similar reasons. Yeah.
Just we give a brief history on these characters, if that's cool.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
I'll take Travis. You want to take the Lamb, if that's okay?
I'm really happy with that. I'd love that.
Travis is from the No More Heroes video game series. He is a otaku, which means he's like a kind of a shut-in who loves anime. assassin who has a beam katana and goes and just murders people, typically for the love and affection of a woman named Sylvia, who's kind of just conning. Spoiler alert, conning him for money. Though ends up seemingly loving him. It's kind of hard to really follow the story sometimes. He is profanity incarnate, swears all the time, loves wrestling, pretty thin, tall and thin, has amazing hair, cool sunglasses, good jackets, and surprisingly has a lot of people who admire him, which could be problematic in some way, shape, or form. Though shows that he is in some way, shape, or form charming.
And next we have the Lamb from Cult of the Lamb, who, if you aren't aware, they're from a game called the Cult of the Lamb, where they are going to be sacrificed to the gods, the last fluffy lamb left in the woods, and right before they are murdered, or no, after they are murdered, they are resurrected by a different god, and, set off on the journey to create a cult, in order to take down the other gods. So, like, fluffy, cozy, has nice, fluffy, cozy fur.
Cute.
Pretty cute. Yeah, would be a hit, I think, with the kids. Charming, feasibly, as, like, a cult leader, in some way.
Mm-hmm. As they are.
As they are, yeah, able to talk people into all kinds of wild things.
Yep.
Has also done lots of murder of both monsters, gods, and other beings. So has done some murder for sure.
Yep.
But would generally be pretty nice to squeeze. A little smaller, I'm assuming smaller than human sized is how I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know height exactly, but Diddy Kong sized probably.
Yeah. Yes. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Diddy Kong sized with some more fuzziness going on. As far as I know, I don't know if they speak English, although I think when they give sermons, like, there is English words, so I guess you would assume so.
When you hear them talk, they go, ha ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
I
don't know if it's being translated.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so it could be a language barrier there. Could be some type of language barrier there. Yeah, I mean, I think...
They're ba 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 ba. It's like, we got for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest downside for the Lamb is they have done murder and have, like, something have the desires of a god, kind of feasibly an evil god, pushing them in certain directions, and is for sure. Eric has written sacrifice kids. If need be, would definitely sacrifice the kids or have the kids,
or have them join the cult.
Yeah, or their parents join the cult. I mean, this is a situation. I mean, by the end they would both love him, but because they've been brainwashed, right, is the problem.
Exactly. He's kind of a villain when you think about it.
A little bit of,
or they're kind of a villain when you think about it.
Yeah, they're a little bit of a villain. Yeah.
But then, okay, so if you go into the idea of a happy parent and child, is manipulation a tool to then achieve that goal?
I mean, in the same way, Nathan Drake, who has no remorse, is using manipulation. Right? I mean, I guess you're just kind of telling them what they want to hear. And, what is a cult, but not just a bunch of people doing something because, they think it's the thing to do.
Yeah, I put for Travis that he does a lot of odd jobs. This would easily fit in that description. Skills. He delivers pizza. He mows lawns. Like, if he really wants to go to the next step, because he has to get money to then invest into starting these fights to kill. Yeah, so he's very money driven. The better he does, the more money he gets. So, like, that would be a way to instill. Yeah, but I think he'd still struggle to not, like, swear. He's like, I think I don't want to swear on the podcast, but you can imagine, just the profanity that can come out of this person's mouth talking to kids. Yeah,
it's not ideal.
So I guess it really just comes down to our moral standpoint of, do we count ethical?
Here's the thing. It gets a little bit fuzzy because fluffy. Parents are taking their children to the mall to send them to a person who is going to magically bring them gifts, and that's why they're going there. The lamb is not the sole manipulator in this situation. I'm saying. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true. That is very true.
That being said, I don't know if that means that the lamb is necessarily gonna do better, but I think like the kids are already being told all kinds of things, like you better, do your chores or Santa's not going to bring you toys, is a little manipulative. You know what I mean?
But you know what? The cult, the lamb's cultists could make toys ahead of time to pass out.
Yeah, they've got a whole army of folks behind them who could give gifts.
His little elves.
His little elves.
His little cult elves.
Little cult elves, yeah. It's very true.
Yeah.
So it's
that's hard.
it is hard and morally challenging.
This is a really hard one. I thought this would be an easier one, but I think this is like probably the hardest one for me to figure out.
Because I think Travis, not the best individual, but would do this job to the best of their ability and has proven to be able to be very successful at a wide range of tasks and jobs.
For sure.
Would I think be pretty able to win over the parents pretty easily, and maybe the kids, depending on, I don't know if they have any reactions with children other than when they kill them.
He doesn't kill children.
Okay, cool.
He doesn't kill children.
I don't know how old his marks are. He could have some young marks.
I don't think he. You know what? Okay, hold up. You know what? They just brought up. I gotta do so. Spoiler alert: we've not covered this game yet. We've not covered No More Heroes 2. But the final boss is kind of like a boss baby sort of character. He is like a baby. He's Joseph Batts Jr. I don't know how old he is. In my mind, he's very young. He is age is unknown, but possibly in the late teenage years, 19 plus, or has a low growth development. Okay, so he's
seriously
of age
old enough to be murdered,
killed, and not for he's old enough to be murdered. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Sure.
So I guess that's really. He might have fought people who have the mentality of a child,
the wonder and magic of child.
The malice of cruel children. But I don't think Travis has willingly killed the child. He does. I will say Travis does have a moral code. Like at first he doesn't want to kill women, which I would kind of say is like problematic. I mean, killing people is problematic. Then not killing certain people because of who they are is also problematic. So really, there's no clear good thing here. Though he does kind of move past that, which again, not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Right.
But
does not discriminate in his murder anymore.
He's very respectful, I guess, in that way. If that makes sense. This is bad. I feel like this is gonna be taken out of context so heavy.
Right.
But I don't know about you, Ryan. I think I have an answer.
I think I can make a choice here.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Travis touchdown.
Interesting.
Okay. It's funny how that works. So. I just think that Travis, because of his odd jobs and his ability to adapt, I guess I want to say. Yeah. And he's human.
That's a good point.
It helps him kind of carry that torch to being the best mall Santa. Though I do see the positives of the lamb, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I literally can build toys.
I think the benefit of Travis touchdown, among many of his abilities, is that if you walk in to see a mall Santa and there's just a dude dressed as Santa, you've already checked some boxes. Versus you walk in to see a mall Santa and there's a lamb dressed as Santa, there's going to be some hesitation. Yeah. I think, though, the lamb's ability to essentially, through magic and manipulation, suck people into the ground and pull them out as their follower is going to give them an edge in their ability to have everybody walk away happy.
Yeah, I know. As messed up as that is. Yeah. And you're right. That's hard to fight that one. Because you go into the context of having an equally happy parent to child ratio, right? Like you're wanting more, in the weirdest and most messed up way, I guess the lamb does accomplish that goal. Whereas Travis Touchdown, if he sees a mark he wants to kill, he'll just kill him in front of anybody. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he'll leave the job.
What kid is there? Yeah. He'll leave the job. He doesn't honor. Whereas the cult would see this as a potential
recruiting
fantastic
event
scenario to recruit more people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And they'll just be eating poop and grass and blindly following him, which is a part of the game.
Yeah.
No joke. You do have people that you poop, but whatever. Ryan, I would like to change my answer.
Okay.
I feel like you've conveyed a good. I think you're right. Like, you can't. Though Travis is human, right, and probably seems like a better fit, I think the lamb would be super cute. I think kids would even be okay with the idea. And then if he's passing toys to them that his followers have created, it makes everybody happy. It then even help them join his cult, which is more motivation for him to do well.
Yeah,
I think it makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of strong motivation, and like if this was a mini game in this game, I think like you would do whatever you had to do to get more of those followers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You already have presents. You'd give people, hugs and kisses and whatever you need to do to convince them to you love them. In the game, you can just kiss people. It's a thing.
That's true. I didn't have that, but you're right. Yeah. I didn't do that.
You can do whatever you need to do to make people happy and worship you.
And he is really cute.
And like no spoilers, but so charming and manipulative that is able to kind of overcome any challenge in their way.
Honestly, yeah. And he can make his followers basically immortal or bring them back to life.
Yeah.
Which sounds kind of awful in comparing because they're going to be stuck in this horrible situation for the rest of their lives, or eternity. Yeah. So I don't know. I think the lamb, but I feel gross saying it.
Not a good situation. Not a great situation.
Not a good situation.
Would be beloved by all who are there, but eventually someone would get wind of it and there would be some type of problem.
Yeah. All right. So, Storygoers, we have our final round with our three people that we've picked, which include Nathan Drake, Doom Guy Santa, or Doom Santa, of course, and the Lamb from Cult of the Lamb. I honestly don't know. I'm really struggling here. Yeah. I think. Can I tell you how I see it, Ryan?
Yeah.
If that's okay.
How you see it?
I see it. Here's the biggest things I see from these three in positives, right? Nathan Drake is human. I think he's charming, which is his biggest quality in this situation, right?
Yeah.
Doom Guy is looks reliable and strong. Like he can just deliver anything he needs to. Like he's dependable. He will get your presents too. He'll hear you, right?
Yeah.
The Lamb is also charming. Would give away free gifts around the spot, right? Is very motivated to want to be kind to people in the hopes that they join and worship him in his cult.
Yeah.
And what do you think?
I agree with that sentiment. I do, as you were saying that. I did think a little bit, Eric, Santa is a powerful being. Big fluffy white beard.
Tim Allen.
Has what, sorry?
I said Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, of course.
I don't know. I just need
has feasibly an army of underlings who do whatever he wishes at his will.
That's true.
And has magic abilities to kind of do whatever they wish. As wonky as it is, the Lamb is pretty Santa-like that he has his own little cult, just like Santa does.
But Brian, I gotta cut you off there. Yeah. We're talking about mall Santa.
That's fair. Okay.
We're not talking about actual Santa.
We said it at the top. You're exactly right. It is not who's the best Santa.
You make good points. You make good points.
It's not who's the best Santa. Yeah, you're right.
I think you still make good points though, because what would make the best mall Santa is a Santa that gives out gifts. I think that's the Lamb's biggest quality. Yeah. And plus, infinite elves to sit around with Santa, right? It just helps the immersion, and they're all little animals.
Little cute animals, yeah.
All dressed up as elves. Do they smell funny? Probably. Because I feel like people in cults might smell. No offense. If anyone who's in a cult, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. Please get out while you can. I think if this is actually about Santa, then the Lamb would win 100%.
I hear you.
But like, who's more? I think we should. Tell me what you think, Ryan. Of course, I don't want to direct this away. Let's pick one person that we feel does not make the cut as mall Santa.
Mall Santa.
As mall Santa. I want to. So we said all the pauses, right? Do you want to go through any negatives for each character before we make a choice?
Sure.
Like, that comes to your mind?
Yeah, we can go through the negatives.
That we've already kind of talked about?
Yeah.
Just kind of put it out there?
Yeah.
So, like, I think Nathan Drake, I mean, I don't know. I can't really think of a whole lot of names besides the things he's done, but no one would know that.
They would
being
know
Mall
that.
Santa.
Yeah. When you put on that hat and fake beard, who you were before doesn't matter. You know what I mean? They've done a background check, I'm sure. but other than that, who you are doesn't matter. You're now a Mall Santa.
You're Mall Santa.
Your job
that is your job.
Hear the children's wishes, take some nice pictures, and then walk away.
Which Nathan Drake's good at walking away. Well, he's not good at walking away.
He has some trouble walking
That's
away.
the whole point of the fourth game.
Yeah, he does have some trouble walking away. That's true.
I think we know Doom Guy is just massive and scary looking, right?
Yeah.
As reliable as we can see him being, he's also terrifying.
He's a little bit spooky.
Though I will say, I think more teenagers and radical adults would love his Santa outfit.
They would think it's
not
very
so much
cool.
children though. Yeah, but not so much children. Some children would really like it, but some would definitely be crying on his lap.
Yeah.
And can you even hear him talk? I don't know. I would imagine it's a futuristic suit. I'm sure you can talk through it somehow, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Right.
And then the lamb, I see negatives as just like he might just smell. It's because the Colts.
Yeah.
They eat poop. Let's be real. I mean, come on.
He's a small furry animal, which is like a
Can't
challenge.
talk.
Yeah, can't really talk in a meaningful way. Yeah, I think there's a challenge there. I think, okay, we're gonna eliminate. That was what we were gonna do next. Is eliminate.
I think we should eliminate.
Okay.
Yeah, and then maybe if we pick two different characters, we can kind of go over each one and then figure out which one to officially eliminate.
Okay, because I think throughout this, I'm starting to have a favorite here, but I think we should eliminate.
Okay.
I think we should eliminate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I usually am pretty good about kind of seeing where you're at. I feel like, but I really have no idea
Yeah,
what you're thinking,
yeah.
so I really like it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
The lamb.
Doom Santa. Whoa! You're eliminating the lamb?
Yeah, I think so.
What?
I think
Tell
so.
me more. Let's talk about.
Here's
this. Let's
why.
talk about this.
Here's why, Eric. Okay. Here's my thought, Eric. Here's what I'm thinking. The thing about Mall Santa is it's a dude in a suit. That is what makes it's a person in a suit. Sorry, a person in a suit.
Yeah, it's a person. It's a human, right?
It's a person in a suit. When you go to the mall and you see a Mall Santa, I don't want to see a cute fuzzy lamb. I want to see a tired, maybe a regular old dude in a suit.
Now, does that dude in a suit need to? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Doesn't necessarily mean like they can't be a big beefy dude or a tiny thin dude. They just need or person. Sorry, I need to dissociate.
No,
from
you're
dude.
great.
A person. They
Girls can be
whatever. They need to be a person in a suit. I think if a small child or a child was asked to approach an animal, they might do it, but they would be a little sheepish. I didn't even mean to do that.
Man, you're selling me hard.
They might be a little hesitant.
They might be a little sheepish. Okay.
And I think I just don't think. I think parents would steer away. I think they would see, we're going to go see Mall Santa, and they just see a sheep there with a bunch of other animals, like, oh, there must be something else. It's like an Easter thing, and they're going to walk away.
Oh,
right?
It's an Easter thing.
I just think, in the spirit of Mall Santa, I don't think it can be a, what is the word where an animal is is morphed into it. I don't think it can be an animal like human or a humanoid animal. I think it needs to be a person of some kind.
It's not a petting zoo. It's a mall.
Exactly.
Santa.
This isn't a petting zoo.
Okay.
You're coming to sit in the lap of a person, whisper your wishes, and then walk away.
Okay.
And probably get a picture because that's what the parents are there for.
That's true. That is so true. Okay. All right.
So that's my. So what is your? Tell me more about why you would like Doom Guy to be removed from the list.
I picked Doom Guy because just he lacks the hear me out je ne sais quoi. But I thought what I thought a mall Santa would bring, right? But I mean, I like being open to. I like thinking I'm an open-minded person, right? So what you're saying is true, right? I think that if you looked at the lamb and looked at Doom Santa, you would kind of differentiate. Okay, that is a really cool futuristic Santa Claus compared to, is that a petting zoo, right? With animals that are dressed up as Santa. So not to just jump ship and go right to yours, Ryan, but like I don't think I really have much of a say here in terms of like, because you make a very compelling argument. You make a very compelling, and honestly, to Doom Guy's benefit, the suit that he wears in game might actually help him to be more approachable because I think he's a pretty scary looking person.
For sure.
Like, yeah. And that people might be really into it because, like, you know, think about how popular Buzz Lightyear is. People love Buzz Lightyear. And he's kind of like a cool looking Buzz Lightyear when you think about it. Yeah. So, Ryan, I'm sorry not to jump ship
an
twice.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, not to jump onto Cult of the Lamb and then jump off it again. But I think I have to. But I think you're right. I think Cult of the Lamb just cannot be. If you think of Mall Santa, it can't be a cute little lamb. It has to be a literal human being that can talk to you. So I guess with that means that the lamb from Cult of the Lamb is out. Much to my surprise, I actually thought he was going to win, Ryan. But after talking to you, I think you made a very good point. So
yeah, it just doesn't feel, for whatever reason, it doesn't feel right to me to be like a cute little animal. I think it has to be in true Mall Santa fashion. I think it has to.
It has to be a human being.
I think so. I think it does.
Yeah. The lamb from Cult of the Lamb is a goner. Sacrificed in our conversation. Now all we have left. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. Sacrifice to sacrifice to the Mall Santas.
The god of the Mall Santas.
Yeah.
Now all that's left is Nathan Drake and Doom Guy.
Nathan Drake
is a smooth talker. He's intelligent, like we've talked about, right? Like
smooth talker, intelligent. But Doom Guy is big and beefy, and like there'd be like you've said, like a sense of comfort. Yep. You would have no fear sitting on Doom Guy's lap that this, being couldn't give you anything you ever wanted.
But he might be fearful of getting hurt. I feel like.
True. That's true.
A little bit. Both seem to have trouble follow them, though. So really they're equal in regards to that.
Yeah, that's true. Trouble follows them. I will say, generally, in my experience, children are terrified of Mall Santas.
Yes.
Do not want to go near them, are not interested in going near them. I think that it's going to be more of a challenge for Doom Guy.
I respectfully disagree with you.
Okay, tell me why.
Because I think Nathan Drake would eventually run into children who cry or struggle with him, right? And he would get irritated, and he would wear it on his sleeve as he does. He kind of has a hard time getting rid of those feelings. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas Doom Guy he's there. He's
stoic.
He's stoic. He gets the job done always. You know what I mean? And he'd do it. He would do it. Like fair. I think Nathan Drake would be able to do it as well, but I wonder if he would be able to do it as well as Doom Guy. You know what I mean?
That's a really good point. I mean, I think Nathan Drake would be very successful for a period of time, but eventually, he's going to maybe be all done or lose his patience or not have the energy to keep going on. And I feel like Doom Guy could sit on that chair, that Santa throne, for as long as required of him, with no need to move, no
bathroom breaks.
No, exactly. Just get the job done in a pretty powerful way. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yep. And you know that he, if demons came out and attacked, he would get the job done there, and he'd go back and do his job.
Come back and sit
at
down.
The mall. Whereas if Nathan Drake had any hint of treasure, I think he would abandon his Mall Santa-ness and go for it. Yeah. I can already hear a kid be like, wow, that Santa was a jerk. And Nathan Drake's like, well, you suck too, kid. Or something stupid like that. You know what I mean? Like he needs the last word. You know what I mean? He's not a perfect person by any means.
No. And I think like Nathan Drake, a Mall Santa is a means to an ends for him. And I think Doom Guy, maybe we're projecting a little bit too much here. After everything he's done,
what? No way.
He just wants to sit there and make some people happy. After he went through hell and murdered probably the devil. He just wants to Just kick up his feet. He's done all he had to do.
Yeah.
I'm probably not playing any of his newer games or knowing his storyline at all. He's probably done what he has to do.
Well, think about this.
Yeah.
If you're Santa, we have two situations here. Nathan Drake, if he ran into bad guys, if they're other human beings, and he guns them down in a mall as a mall Santa, no child's gonna want to sit on his lap, right? That's terrifying. He just murdered a human being and doesn't seem to care much about it, right? Doom guy fights demons. So say he's mall Santa, demons come out, he slays these demons, these scary things, and the kids and parents look like, oh my god, he saved our lives. Like, this is a reliable Santa Claus. I seem like a huge Doom Santa stan right now, but like I'm just calling it as I sees it. You know what I mean? I love Nathan Drake. I love Nathan Drake. But I'm just gonna say it right. I'm all for Doom Santa. I can't hide it anymore.
That interesting. So I like going into this. The realization I had going into this final is I wanted the most mundane choice because that felt true to mall Santa.
Oh, you're right.
Mundane, boring, sitting in a chair. Man. That being said. That being said, Eric, you've done a good job of convincing me that, like, as not mundane Doom Guy is, he's gonna do the job and just do it well. No matter what, kids are crying and sad, he's just gonna keep sitting there.
Yeah,
kids, you know what I mean? He's uncaring, unmoving. If a child comes up to them, please sit in my lap. What would you like for Christmas? Yep, go out. You know what I mean? He does the thing, whereas like Nathan Drake's gonna kind of like either take it personally or get up and walk over to them or not know how to handle that situation in the same way that I think Doom Guy would just kind of grit his teeth and, okay, you want to be sad? Yeah. Be sad. I've killed demons.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's not going to, it's going to go right over his head.
Yeah.
Go right over his head.
It's going to wash over him. He won't have that kind of, he won't have skin in the game. He's doing this for he doesn't care. Whereas I think Nathan Drake has a hard time of not, putting himself into what he does.
Yeah. Oh, so true.
Yeah.
Should you do a final countdown to commemorate the final?
So. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Doom Santa.
Yeah.
You think of it, it's just, it makes sense unless you don't understand.
Right. Then you're confused, and we can help.
You're confused. If only had Tony Hawk, he would have won. Let's be real. If I had a Santa Claus grinding on and doing ollies, whatever the heck that means, I would probably be loving that too.
Yeah.
But yeah. Storygoers, hopefully you stuck around for the whole crazy
done
episode.
It again.
We've done it again. Another perfect episode. Storygoers, let us know what you think about our choice for Doom Santa being the best mall Santa of all the ones we picked in our character wheel. Why do you agree? Why do you disagree? Why do you think we're wrong? So we can prove you wrong too. If that makes sense. No, we won't prove you wrong. We just want to talk about it. Maybe you have a great perspective we had never thought about that'll totally just blow our minds as to why Diddy Kong would be best, even though I have a really hard time seeing that perspective. But we want to hear those thoughts, feelings, or perspectives at talesfromthecartridge@gmail.com. All of the E's are 3s. You can also find us on our social media, which is Instagram. Twitter is dead. RIP. We don't like you, Elon. Bad. Elon is a bad mall Santa.
He is a bad mall Santa.
I would think he would be pretty poor.
Yeah.
He shows up in his Tesla. I can't relate to a Santa that drives a Tesla. No offense to anyone that drives Teslas, but I can't. I just can't. I don't think I can relate. Like, wow, that Santa really must be wealthy. Which, whatever. We're going on a tangent here. Elon would just lose. Let's just realize. Or you can leave a voicemail or text at our official Tales from the Cartridge phone number at 207-494-4334. That's 207-494-4334. And we will read everything you send in a future episode as long as it's appropriate. You do not have to agree with us. We will happily read any objecting opinions or opinions that validate our perspective, because let's be real, that's always fun to read too. So that'd be great. Stick around. We're back on our A game. We're passing out the presents. We're lighting the menorah. We're doing all the Kwanzaa stuff too. Get ready. It's happening. I gotta educate myself better. And Storygoers, remember that the Game Awards is this coming December 8th, Thursday, if you live in North America time, Eastern time, if that makes sense, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you don't live in either of those time codes, please look it up so you know. And then make sure you watch it because we will be going over what our Game of the Years are for each category, our picks for each category, as well as what the Game Awards chose, and going over what we agree or disagree with those, as well as the game reveals, because I'm sure there'll be very many. And then lastly, of course, you're probably thinking to yourself, Eric, did you remember to put this in the original episode when you recorded it? Sure. But Ryan, great time. Love the character
Great
reveals.
as always.
You brought great perspectives. Great. I hope I was able to match you, even just a small bit. Storygoers, we hope that you're doing well, that you're happy and healthy and all the good stuff. Stay safe over this crazy month. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Hopefully we're able to make you laugh a little bit and not cringe too much. We would really appreciate that. And we will see you in the next episode. Bye.